Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, shukriyan again for once again another opportunity, and I'm very grateful to do this video again. Right. Last week I spoke on marriages, and we've decided that we're going to make a video out of it. As they're short, very short shows, it's only around South Africa and with my Muslim sisters. Because some of my talks, it's not only with Muslim women, but also with whatever religion a human being is, can relate a little bit. Or you might have friends, who are facing the same problem, or you might know of anybody, or you'll want, to advise anybody that is facing, whatever situation might be, right? So this is what I've said last week. I spoke on marriages. I specify on the Pakistani that are already in South Africa, that are married to our South African sisters. This is it. Here, I only speak of the truth. Here, I only speak of what I know of. And here, I'll only address of what I feel like it's right for me to address. And also, like really going deep into very honesty. This has nothing to do with Islam mainly. It has to do with us as human beings and the mistakes that we do as well, otherwise being a Muslim person. Okay? So I said, and I'm saying, for Pakistani brothers, some of you and those of you that came this side and get married to this South African woman, and have made nikah with them. Most of you guys have done such a great job. I can be an example of that, right? I'm also married to a Pakistani man, but I'm speaking of those ones, the less fortunate women, that are with the men that had some other intention, bad intention, to say, or less communication with the girls. This is what happened here, for those who don't know, right? Pakistani man comes in South Africa, get this very innocent girl, and they take them for nikah, right? My main concern is that the nikah, less that the person knows, or this woman know, nikah is very sacred, right? It's the way of a Muslim man getting married to a woman, right? They are taken to a mulana, meaning a priest, You can call it that way if you want to, but I don't know what is the right term of using it rather than that. If a Christian person were to, listen to me, they are taken to the mulanas, and there you have to swear, meaning swearing in other way of saying, I take this man, from this day forward. The similar, the similar promises that the person one will make to God is the same procedure that happens there, right? So most of these girls, they are taken, right? They are taken there without any knowledge, you understand? Any knowledge. They go, they make this nikah. After a week or two, quickly they go to this, to the home affairs and get married to them, because by taking them to nikah, they are well convinced, that this man loves me and this man is with me because of a good reason, right? And they are taken to the home affair and get married to them. Okay, this is what these men are forgetting. This girl, she's a Christian girl, right? This girl, before a religion, one has a culture as well, right? And you come in 24 hours and you shut down everything of this girl. You take her there. You put her in those full parda, right? And you tell her, you're a Muslim now. You're a Muslim woman, and this is how you're supposed to behave. And some of them, they don't even have idea. You send it to that madrasa to go and learn. Good, they learn it. It takes 3 months or 4 months, whatever time it might be. The main thing you're forgetting is that you keep on pushing, you keep on convincing, and without, you have forgot how to communicate with this person. Look, these women, like I said, before a religion, they have a culture as well. They have people to answer to. It doesn't matter if it's an orphan like me, but in the end of the day, these people have family. You understand? So in 24 hours, everything changes. And then you say, no, a Muslim woman wasn't supposed to behave like this. A Muslim woman wasn't supposed to. You don't give them a chance. Give them a chance. I became a Muslim not because of my husband said, you have to become a Muslim. I became a Muslim because I saw the way I was treated from my husband. I saw the people that I lived around with, the way life was. And comparing to my life at that certain time, I said, I want to do something beautiful for God. I just want to know him better. You understand? So I need to come. I had to tell myself, I had to invite in my inner self as well to participate in that. That's how I became a Muslim. Not because someone said I have to become. Look, now you're forgetting that you're dragging this girl into that masjid for this Mulana to perform this nikah. Lest that she know that she's not ready for that, right? But she has to please you as a man, because look, in the end of the day, we fall in love, and at that time we might say everything is okay, everything is fine. But once we're in and experiencing and knowing now that this is the contract that I've signed, and it's so much heavier on a person, then they don't know how to behave anymore. You start having problems. You start facing very difficulties in your own house. You are not even, you are not enjoying your house anymore because of the things that you've done. You've forgotten how to communicate with this woman. You've forgotten how to look back and say, listen, I was born Muslim as a man. This religion doesn't do that. Islam is not to put on somebody. Islam is not to pull somebody. Look, you are taking that woman. The body is taken. Right? This is what I'm saying. The body is taken, right? The body is present, but her inner self, the spirit, she hasn't given herself fully. She's not ready yet for that. And you are making so much difficult for her to discover the beauty of Islam, because already you are putting, and even the way she's treated in her own house is not right as well. So she has to deal with a whole lot of things already. She has given up her old family. She has given up her culture. She has given up everything that she knew. Now she has to take this new life already. Look, mind you, everything, it has to shut down within 24 hours or within a week. Who does that? What kind of a human being who does that? Right? In the end of the day, they have to go back, to themselves and say, okay, this is what I embraced. It's very wrong, brother. It's very, very wrong. What most of these men, they do to these poor girls, you'll find them, they are on the full parda. They don't know, they can know how to make salah and all that, all those type of things, but in the end of the day, the heart is not clean, the heart is not pure. You understand? They can do it for you. A human being can never please another human being to that extent. We can please because we volunteer to. We want to please our husbands to make them happy. We want to please our children to make them happy. Not, it's a must for us to please a person. Then you make it wrong for us. You make it you make it commit a sin. It's a sin. For me, it's a sin. Because in the end of the day, all these poor sisters, they have to answer to God himself. Do you understand? You cannot answer for her sin. That's a no-no. She has to answer for herself. And this is what we must know as women as well, as sisters as well. If that what happened to you, if you were taken without knowing, now you're there, now you don't know. It's easily, you have to talk to him. He's a human being. They don't bite, you have to speak, you have to stand for yourself so that that doesn't have to go, you going, and every day that you wake up in your life, it's gone. You can never have it back. So how are we supposed to embrace spiritually? How are we supposed to embrace ourselves spiritually? Is by saying, the things that you've done to me, it's very wrong. I was not pleased. We have to do it the rightful way. Look, in the end of the day, these Molanas, they don't know. Some of them, they don't know. I know perhaps a nikah, in example of me, I was taken to a nikah. My husband was very excited, right? My husband was very excited and he has taken me there. We arrived there. This Molana, the Indian man, a local Indian man, a South African one, he told us to go back, and privately he spoke to me. He said, without anything against you, I want you to go back. He gave me 3 books. I want you to go back and read this because you are a Christian. You are going to become a Muslim. I want you to read this. when you are ready, you can come. Look what happened. After 2 months, I told my husband I'm ready. And that 2 months, we could have waited for anything. Nothing that we're doing that was against Islam, we know that. But we had to wait for that 2 months for me to be ready, for me to understand, so that I cannot do a mistake. Islam is not coming to South Africa and giving this woman, putting her in a full parda and telling her, a woman's supposed to behave like this, a woman's supposed to behave like this. Let her find it by herself. And for you as well, sister, you have a right, to go and ask to the mulana, go to any masjid, go to any abbas. You ask them questions. How is a woman supposed to be treated? What is a Muslim? How is it to be a Muslim woman? Muslim woman is a queen. Is a queen in a comfort zone. You understand? Is well treated off. Right? I'm well treated off. Alhamdulillah. But I wish what I have or what I'm going through, other sisters can also embrace. Islam is not to be miserable. A lot of girls are miserable out there. So much of them. Because they were never given a chance. Feeding someone, buying food for someone. Right? Roof on top of a head. That doesn't qualify you by being a good man. You have to nourish that woman. You have to take care of her. Right? Don't make people hate Islam. Because all these girls, when they go out there, when they go to their locations, their villages, or wherever they're coming from, they take it out. That full parda you give them, they take it out. I tell you what I know. They take it out. They cannot wait. This is what happened. Right? And for you guys as well, you want to protect this woman so much. You want to protect her so much. But in the end of the day, you are giving her now the full parda and things like that. But you also flirting with some other people. You friends of some other people's women, some other people's girlfriends to say, people come to you guys, some of you have shops and things like that. You flirting with other women, but yours, you don't want to be touched. What is that? The same thing that you are doing, the same thing that you wish to be done, to your woman, for her not to be touched. Other women also, they don't want that. You understand? You should also treat another woman with respect. That's what you guys must do. But in the end of the day, what? All this type of treatment with these sisters, it breaks my heart. I see these girls, they are very depressed. Very, very depressed. Because why? You guys lied to them. No, in Pakistan is not like this. A Pakistan woman was not supposed to behave like this. In Pakistan, women, they don't do that like this. In Pakistan, you don't have to spend this much. Or in Pakistan, you don't have to, you don't have to have a lot of families coming to visit you in your own house, whatever. No. In Pakistan, people, they live 6 to 7 people in the same house. The Pakistani women. And they are not depressed like these girls in South Africa. Look, giving them, it's not even, look, Islam is so beautiful. Islam itself, it's so beautiful. It purifies you. I'm not saying that Christian is not. There are some Christians that are also deep in their religion. You understand? Full respect to that. But I'm saying Islam that I've embraced, Islam is so beautiful. It gives you that self-responsibility. Yourself. You cannot do nothing in the dark. You understand? You cannot say nothing with your own mouth, with your own tongue that can offend somebody. A strange woman out there, she's your own sister. That's what I know. I'm not speaking of another person, you understand? A strange woman is your other sister, right? Your neighbor is your own family. That is Islam for me, And it's not to come, I look at them, how life it is, so difficult. They can see, look at this. This is 37 years of old, right? This is 37. But you find a girl who's 27, right? Who's 24, so miserable, full of wrinkles on her face. You understand? She's no more happy. She's so shame, man. You guys cannot do that. We are not supposed to do that. That is way too wrong. Already, look, this girl has a lot to deal with in her life. Has a lot to deal with. Really, I'm telling you. You don't know what kind of headache she's getting from her family. But yet he's given up so much. Instead of you saying, Alhamdulillah, shukran, for everything that you've been through, you're giving her more headache. She has to wait for you. They are so oppressed. Very so oppressed. Islam is not like, it's not jail. Islam is, look, Islam is beautiful. A Muslim man takes care of a woman like a queen. That's how it is. I've been married for 13 good years. 13 good years, alhamdulillah. In these 13 good years, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say it was all, honey. No, we worked on it. We really worked on it. And something that I'm grateful of is that my husband has taken every example from his household and brought it in our house, right? And when he got married to me, he specified. And when I got married to him, I specified. People are not communicating. You should communicate. From the beginning, you should communicate. That's what you must do. If you're not communicating, then it's not going to work, right? So for me, I feel very sad for the sister who was taken for that nikah without knowing really the full responsibility of that, who was just told, for me to get married to you, you have to become a Muslim. Don't give them such condition, brother. Don't give them such condition. Speak to them as human being, Direct them instead of you getting so much in a hurry of making that nikah because you don't want to commit adultery. What is adultery for you? You cannot wait 6 months. You cannot wait for somebody that you really, really love. You cannot wait. Unless if you have bad intention, because I know that, or you want whatever, because you guys, you don't care. Most of these girls are married to the guys that they don't know. Ask me, I know that. Because we're working on that. Right? They don't know they are married to who. And yet a guy is there. He owns 5-7 shops and running whatever wealthy business is it. But the poor girl is there in Ukwamtlanga there. You understand? Eating bread and milk. But the man is here using her identities of, her marriage certificate and things like that. So be wise as well. You have to know your marriage. You have to know the grounds of your marriage. You understand? And sister, rise up. Read. It's not very difficult for you. You have to read and you have to understand. And once you read and understand, you will know. And no one has to come and lie to you. It's all right in here. Bismillah. It's all right in here. The Holy Quran. It's all right in here. Nobody's going to lie to you. Nobody's going to come and tell you, no, it's not like this. No, you have to read. Don't be lazy. You have to read. The Holy Quran is in English as well. Read it. Just now I've been seeing that they're going to translate it in all the Southern African languages. Read it, dear sister. Right? So that tomorrow you mustn't come and say, Nia, ek weet nie net oor dat nie. You must know. You must know what are you getting yourself into. You understand? And the mother and brother, don't come with the things of Islam. Islam is not like this. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he also get married, with more than one wife. No, don't. Listen, don't use that. Right? Don't use that. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he got married. There was reasons, good conditions. You understand what I'm saying? So don't be, you yourself, don't use that because of your own greed. Right? You cannot, your life is already miserable. You want to bring another sister to come and suffer with you. Because of one thing only. There's one thing only. Pleasure. Because for you think by making nikah, you are not committing a sin anymore. Yes, you are committing a sin because you went and make nikah and bring a person inside your own house and give a very difficult life. That is a sin for you. It's not a contract. It mustn't be, it's not a heavy duty contract. She has to be a mother. She has to be a mother to your children, and she has to take care of your children. You expect so much from her. No, we don't do that, right? We take care of our own people. We take care of what we love. So I hope, you've listened, be wise. Speak to him. What was done, it's wrong. It's not your fault. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, sometimes we don't have knowledge of, right? But we have to go back and fix it. How do we fix it? we invite the very people that we know. You know, you're supposed to take your family. Your family also must go to your nikah. But you go, you went alone without nobody knowing. That's the first mistake you've done. You know, second mistake is by accepting, yes, pretending. You cannot pretend into Islam. You cannot pretend. Once you pretend, it's very bad. It's a very big sin that you're committing for yourself only, because in the end of the day, at the judgment day, you have to answer for yourself. He's going to run away. He's going to try to prove himself. He's going to say, Yallah, this is what I've done. This, and where will you be? What are you going to say? That, no, I did it for him? No, you have to do it for yourself. I tell you, there's only one secret here. Pray for him. Do pray for him. That's how it's going to work. Right? I love you all. I may not know you. I love you all for the sake of Allah. I love you all because we are all in this ummah. We are all fighting for one thing, which is Jannah. Right? So, be happy. Fix it. Brother, don't take advantage of a girl child. Just don't do it. All right? Because I know this is happening. That's why I spoke of it. So we're going to put an end to it if we can. Right? But Mulanas, ask them questions, please. Ask them questions. These girls, they have families as well. If she's coming alone there, no, please. You know, because in the end of the day, they have to face the consequences. Alhamdulillah, shukriya, khailan. I love you guys for the sake of Allah.